Detroit in winter. The sky looked like ash and the streets were cracked and cold. There were no handouts out here, just the grind hanging heavy in the air like exhaust from a busted muffler. Life in this city doesn't reward dreamers. It tests them, breaks them. But every now and then, someone clenches their teeth and fights back. That someone was me. Name's Jalen Ward, 32. I've been wrenching on cars since high school dropped me harder than I dropped out. Mom got sick. Dad vanished. I had to grow up quick and get to work. Most nights after the noise in the shop died down and the others cleared out, I'd prop my phone up on a tire and watch fights. Not just watch, study. I'd shadow box under flickering lights, my hands already bruised from the bolts, the bags, and the life I was living. No coach, no corner, just me and obsession. When I said I wanted to fight, people laughed, said I was too old, too broke, no gym, no chance. Just grease on my hands and a fire in my chest. But one night, looking at myself in the mirror, face smudged with oil and eyes tired, I said it straight. You either chase it or you regret it. So I made a choice. That night, I stopped waiting and started moving. I kept working at Denny's Auto on McGraw and Livernois. Rusted sign out front, cracked concrete, vending machine that hadn't sold anything fresh in years. But it paid cash, and cash kept my world spinning. 10-hour shifts didn't stop me. I ran laps behind the building when everyone left, used car tires as weights, jumped rope with an old extension cord. Snow, rain, didn't matter. The fight wouldn't wait for good weather. Nobody corrected my stance. Nobody told me what I was doing wrong. I learned by getting it wrong and getting hit for it. My body hurt, but quitting hurt worse. The guys at the shop thought I was losing it. "Why you beating yourself up, Ward?" one of them asked. "Ain't nobody coming to save you." They didn't get it. I wasn't training for attention. I was training because I refused to be ignored. Then came a Tuesday, cold as hell. Slush underfoot. I stepped into Brick House Gym for my regular cleaning shift. Nothing new until I saw it. A red flyer, taped crooked on the wall. Detroit Open Cage, winner gets contract. My heart kicked hard. That was it. A couple gym regulars caught me looking. One smirked and said, "Stick to mop duty." Another one laughed, "Ain't no mechanic making it in there." I didn't say a word, just folded the flyer, slid it into my wallet, and went home. That night I signed up, typed in my name, my age, my emergency contact. Under gym affiliation, I wrote one word: self. Training started before the sun did, before doubt could whisper anything. My garage became a makeshift lab. Hung mirrors, tied up junkyard rope, used bricks for resistance, no playlist, no hype, just breath and grit. My first real sparring session was with a boxer named Dre Quickhands. Experienced. He dropped me with a liver shot so clean I couldn't even breathe. Felt like I got hit with a truck. They laughed, called me a punching bag with a dream. But there was one guy who didn't laugh. Frank, the janitor. Always quiet, always watching. One day he tossed me a towel and said, "You breathe like you're drowning." Fix that. So I did. Weeks passed. My hands tore open. My body stayed sore. But I kept showing up. And then one night I slipped Dre's hook and landed one clean. Felt it in my bones. Frank just nodded. "Now you're learning." Then came fight night. The Detroit Armory. Bright lights. Thick air. Pressure so real you could taste it. My opponent? Marcus the Bull. Vance. Big, strong, fast, crowd favorite. He had an entrance, a team. Cheers echoing through the building. I had none of that. No walkout song. No one behind me. Just breathe and focus. First round, he roughed me up bad. Hit me hard in the ribs. I was on my heels, barely standing. Second round, I adjusted, moved smarter. Picked my shots. By the third, my legs were stiff and my vision blurred. But then he slipped. Dropped his elbow after a lazy jab. I stepped in and landed a clean liver shot. He staggered, dropped. The ref counted. I didn't celebrate. Just stood there as they raised my hand. Earned, not given. In the locker room, the noise faded. My hands trembled as I peeled off the wraps. Scouts came in. Cameras, reporters. People saying my name like it belonged to them. But I didn't hear any of it, just stared at my hands. All those years, all that struggle, all that silence. Now, respect. Not because they offered it, because I took it. Weeks later, I was back at the gym, mop in hand, floor wet beneath me. Kid walked up, maybe 15, nervous voice, hungry eyes. "Mr. Ward, can you show me that shot you landed?" I saw myself in him. All that fire, all that waiting. I handed him a pair of gloves. "Let's get to work." Because this story, it ain't just mine. It's for every underdog, every doubter, every fighter who